So today I'm going to answer the question, what's the best place to travel in Southeast Asia? That would be Bali versus Thailand versus Vietnam versus the Philippines. I have to do some errands and maybe I'll go to the pool, so I'll just do a good drive-in talk and you can take a look around Ubud with me while I talk about this subject. Let's go. So first, the positives of Bali. Bali is beautiful. It's beautiful and there's a lot to do. There's a lot of tourist activities. You've got beautiful restaurants, cafes, co-working spaces, hostels, lots of accommodations, super cheap accommodations. If you look on Facebook, you can rent a villa for like $1,200 US a month with your own swimming pool, several rooms. You could look out over the rice fields, you could live in the city. Right now I'm in Ubud here. It's sort of the more spiritual place, you could say. Lots of yoga studios, there's gymnasiums everywhere. If you're a Westerner and you want to live in Southeast Asia and have Western comforts, Western food, Western accommodations, then Bali, it's amazing for that. And right now, as of 2024, their currency isn't very strong. Bad for them, good for you. So, what's the downside of Bali? Well, look at the traffic. This is a quiet street on the side off the main hustle at the slowest time for traffic of the day. So this is as best as it can get. Yesterday, this entire street was gridlocked. Bali aesthetically is super pleasing. You just have so many interesting things to look at. I love the Hindu religion because they have all of these beautiful statues adorning the streets, as you can see. It's just a really magical place. It has beaches, it's great for surfing if you love surfing. Lots of parties if you're staying in Canggu, and if you want to get away from it all and be in the jungle, you can do that too. So Bali, overall, I love it. Don't like the traffic too much because I'm a pedestrian, I like walking, but still it's a great place. Here, look at this intersection. A bit crazy. Now, Thailand. Thailand is the first place I ever traveled overseas back in 2013, and I fell in love with it. A lot of people think it's too touristic, it's too commercial. Well, if that's the case, then you don't have to go to Koh Phi Phi or Phuket or Koh Samui. You don't even have to stay in Bangkok. There are hundreds of islands, thousands of beaches probably, where you could go spend your time in Thailand. It's also very cheap, though the baht is quite strong at the moment. It's not quite as cheap as Bali or Vietnam at the moment in 2024. But Thailand has great food. That's one of the great things about Thailand. Even though I tend to get a little bit bored of the Thai food, if you're new to traveling in Southeast Asia and you like spicy food, you like Thai food, you're gonna be in heaven there. They still have all the Western food you could want. They have pizza, burgers. Beer is a lot cheaper than Indonesia. I forgot to mention that. Alcohol is more expensive in Indonesia. It's much cheaper in Thailand. Thailand is great if you're single. The women are very sex positive. They're very open to dating foreigners. And yeah, Thailand has Muay Thai. If you're looking for places to work online, you can't go wrong with most of the main places in Thailand either. You'll find loads of cafes with great coffee. Coffee culture has arrived there. And culturally, there's just a lot to do. Not to mention the nature. If you go to the islands, you've got some of the best beaches in the world. Koh Phangan. If you want the spiritual vibe, if you want the party vibe, you go to Koh Tao. If you want to really chill out, you go to Koh Lanta. So many islands. And up in the north, you have mountains. You have Chiang Mai, little towns like Pai. And then you can go really off the beaten path and explore some of the second-tier cities or small villages where you can rent a guest house for $10 a night if you want. Live out in the jungle. And next we have Vietnam. I love Vietnam. Vietnam has amazing food. If you love Ban Thai, vermicelli noodle soup, pho, they have all kinds of food. I gotta watch this intersection. This is kind of a dangerous intersection. They have so many types of food, it's hard to even discuss all the different types of food they have. They don't really do spicy. That's what I love about Thai food. We got to inch out here. You got to be a bit aggressive. Balinese food, it's fine. Not my favorite food. Definitely not top of the list. You got to squeeze in here. All right, we're in. Yeah, here's the traffic I'm talking about in Bali. In Thailand, you have a lot more space, depending on where you are, but Bali is out of control traffic-wise. Just Ubud and Canggu, really. In Vietnam, let's be frank, if you're a single guy, Vietnam has arguably the most beautiful women in Asia, after maybe Japan. Not to say that Balinese women and Thai women aren't good looking, but come on, man, the Vietnamese are another level. Amazing food. It's much cheaper there. Accommodations, food, activities, everything's cheaper. The downside of Vietnam, as far as nature is concerned, is they don't really have islands. They have one island, Phu Quoc. I haven't heard great things about it. It's fine, I hear, but it's not like the islands of Thailand or the Philippines where you get the absolute best. I think I'm going the wrong way. In Vietnam, it has a lot of country. It's like a long, skinny country. And you can go up and down by bus, or you can buy a motorcycle and do the whole trip yourself. Both of which are very good ways to get across the country. I love Vietnam. Now the Philippines is a bit different. They're not famous for food. Their food kind of sucks, honestly. It's like a weird mix of American Chinese food, fried chicken, pizza. They love fast food. You can't really find really healthy options. They don't care for vegetables a whole lot. What they do have are 7,000 islands. They have so many islands that you can explore, and most people go to about 5 of them. The cities are really, really ugly. Cebu is one of the ugliest cities I've ever seen. Very congested, bad, horrible traffic and pollution. But the islands, you'll see some of the most pristine, clear water island beaches, white sand beaches that you've ever seen in your life. And if you want to be alone, you can go to the most remote islands, drive up into the mountains. You'll stop at a little shop, and an old man will come out and go, "Hey bro, how's it doing, yo?" Because they all speak English. It's hilarious. Yeah. Just look at this traffic, huh? That's the thing, is it used to be all scooters on this island. Now it's the same as Thailand and Vietnam. Everybody has cars now for some reason. And so it's just cars all the way down, and it just completely clogs up traffic. So I'm gonna cut across here and do one of these maneuvers. Yeah, scooter baby.
Take the next left, then turn right.
Okay, the Philippines, it's pretty famous if you're a single guy for a few reasons. One, the women speak English. Everybody speaks English in the Philippines, which makes dating a lot easier for Western guys. Like in Vietnam, hardly any of the girls speak English, which is such a drag because they're so lovely and feminine and nice and pretty. But in the Philippines, they're also very liberal. Supposedly it's a Catholic country, but the women are very, very open to dating foreigners. Whereas in Vietnam, they're a bit reserved. And in Thailand, I've never dated a Thai girl, but they're also, from what I heard, a lot less conservative than, say, Vietnam or Bali, which is a Hindu country, and the women are very, very conservative. If you're into like bad girls, you can find all of that in every country. That's not my thing, but don't worry, any of those countries you can find that. The Philippines is also not as cheap for accommodations, and the accommodations are just much lower quality in general. It's not like Bali where you can find amazing accommodations, Western accommodations if you want, for very cheap. Thailand, same thing. Vietnam, not quite, but pretty close, and the Philippines is very far behind. They're not as good and they're more expensive. The internet's also not as good. So it's not really as popular for long-term residents and stuff like that, the Philippines.
Turn right.
Now, as for cities, Bangkok can't really be beat in Thailand. Chiang Mai is incredible. Look at this yoga pants lady. They're everywhere here. Chiang Mai, really great if you work online. Obviously, Canggu here in Bali, amazing if you're a digital nomad. Just all the cafes, high-speed internet, restaurants, places to work, limitless. Vietnam, yeah, there's a lot of cafes, but most of them are these small little cafes with tiny little chairs. If you watch some of my Vietnam videos, you'll see that. They have Starbucks and stuff like that, and they do have Western coffee shops and stuff, but not like Bali or Thailand. And Philippines, they've got a bit of everything there, but obviously the same thing, not quite as wonderful as the other three countries. Now, which way do I go? I think I'm going straight. You gotta really be aware here when you're driving in Bali. Now, which one is the best, you might be asking? That's kind of like asking, who's your favorite ex-girlfriend? Right? It's like impossible. It's impossible to say. They all have great things about them and not so great things about them. Overall, I always end up going back to Thailand because it's sort of central to all the other countries. You can fly in and out of Bangkok or Chiang Mai really cheaply, really easily. You don't have to pay for a visa to enter Thailand. That's another thing. You can get free entry on arrival for most Westerners when you go to Thailand. Vietnam, you have to pay like $160 to $100 to get a visa, and you have to apply ahead of time. Same with, I believe, the Philippines. I'm not sure, but definitely for Bali, you have to get a visa, which is $35 US a month for the tourist visa. But right now, for $100, you can stay in Vietnam for 3 months, and you don't have to renew, which is really, really useful. Because I hate doing visa runs. In Thailand, you can renew after 30 days, but you have to go to the office. It takes all day. It's a real pain, and it costs a bunch of money. But apparently they're changing that to 60 days on arrival, free, visa-free entry. And yeah, you can get your visa online now for Bali, which really saves a lot of time. Okay, I gotta turn right up here apparently. Or is it turn left? I think it's turn left. Yoga women everywhere. I forgot my hat at this coffee shop, so I'm going to get it back. This is not the right street. This is one of those super touristic streets here in Ubud. If you like cities, Bangkok is amazing. It has a BTS, like a railway.
Take the next right, then turn right after Arcade.
Okay, I gotta do 2 rights. And Ho Chi Minh, great big city, but no BTS, horrible traffic, lots of pollution, not my favorite place, and kind of boring architecturally. Filipino cities, forget about it, they're all ugly. The small towns and small cities are really nice. And in Vietnam you have Hanoi. Hanoi, which kicks ass. I love Hanoi because it's got that old world charm that Ho Chi Minh doesn't.
Turn right after Arcade. On the right, watching.
And, oh, apparently I'm here. Is this it? It doesn't look like it. Yeah. And Canggu here, or Ubud, it's kind of like a city, but it doesn't have skyscrapers. That's the thing about Bali, is everything kind of feels like a small town, but it's still got the traffic of a city.
Continue for 1 kilometer.
As you can see. So, what would I recommend for the #1 pick? Like I said, it really depends. What do you want? Do you want islands? Do you want mountains? They all have all of that. Volcanoes. I guess Bali doesn't really have mountains, but they do have sort of highlands and jungle lands, which I haven't explored yet. Maybe I'll do some more of that when I come back. My next stop is Thailand, which I'm so excited because I haven't been there in about a year and a year and a half, and I just totally love Thailand. I love the food, I love the people, I love the culture. It's easily my favorite. And then after that, I'm probably going to Vietnam, and I'll spend 3 months in Vietnam. Maybe I'll live in Da Nang, maybe Hoi An for a bit, for a smaller town vibe. All these countries, they have nature if you love nature, they have cities if you love cities. It totally depends on what you want. You can find it in all the countries. They're all cheap. But I would say definitely Philippines is bottom of the list for infrastructure. Thailand and Bali, top of the list. Vietnam in the middle for infrastructure. If you want Western amenities. If you don't mind living a little bit third world style, a little bit rougher, well, you've got Cambodia. That's a whole nother story. I didn't count it because I just find Cambodia to be a bit too poor for my taste. There's a lot of poverty there. It's rough. I love the country, I love the people, but it's just a bit too run down and poor for me to stay long term. I mean, I love visiting it. You have Angkor Wat, Phnom Penh, meh. Well, look at this. That's what I'm talking about with Bali. Look at that. More tourists here, everywhere. So guys, what can I say? I hope that gave you some ideas. Now maybe you want to stick around, and I'm going to go for a drive and go to a swimming pool after I get my hat back. Shortcut here through the monkey forest. There's another route. Oh, there's the monkeys. See the monkeys, guys? Naughty little monkeys. You go through this park and they all masturbate and stare at you.
1.5 kilometers.
Okay, so this is the secret way I've discovered. It's quite crazy. Excuse me. Oh, look out. Jeez. Yeah, there's pedestrians on this road. Kind of wild. Oh, see, we got people walking. And quite often you'll find monkeys on this road as well. Okay, here we go. Little bridge. There's monkeys guarding the bridge. Ooh, these little bastards. Bad monkeys. Alright, here we go. The best shortcut ever through the monkey forest. Bali is not the place to learn how to ride a scooter, guys. If you want to learn how to ride a scooter, I really recommend you go somewhere like northern Thailand, where it's much more chill. Monkeys everywhere here. The traffic here is just insane. Apparently they're widening a lot of the roads and adding sidewalks, but who knows when that'll be done. Almost there. Whew. Let's see if let's go see if my hat is still here. I need it because I have hat head from wearing my helmet. This little cafe is called Blend Cafe, and pretty white girls love it for some reason. I think because it's so cute, as you can see. Hello. Hello. I left my hat yesterday. My hat. Yesterday I forgot my hat.
Black hat?
Yeah.
Wait a moment, yeah?
Aha. Yeah, it's popular for its smoothie bowls. Oh, my hat.
Yeah.
Oh, terima kasih.
Sama-sama.
Bye-bye.
Sampai jumpa.
I love this hat. I bought this hat for $20. A lot of ways, I feel like all of the countries I've been to, at least in Southeast Asia, all sort of feel like one country with different menus. It's like going to different restaurants. You know, some have better food, some have different people. Every country has the friendliest people. Actually, everywhere in the world I've been to, the people are super friendly. But if you want to know which country is best for you, say you're going on your first trip, you can't go wrong with Thailand and Bali. I think they're both good, friendly, beginner countries, but maybe not if you want to learn how to drive a scooter. If you want to learn how to drive a scooter, like I said, go to Thailand. For dating, the Philippines, because they speak English, Thailand, because they're so open to dating foreigners, and Vietnam, because they just have such beautiful women. But I mean, look at this street. Look at how stunning it is here in Bali. And just every second shop is a massage parlor, tattoo shop, organic food store, yoga studio, gym. There's so much to do in Bali socially. Lots of parties, lots of meetups. Really easy to make friends. Of course, they're all temporary. And the locals speak a good amount of English in Bali. I don't know about the rest of Indonesia. I haven't seen the rest yet. I've only been in Ubud and Canggu. In Thailand, I've been to quite a few places in Thailand. I love the islands.
Take the second left.
I could tell you a lot about Thailand. The Philippines, I don't know too much about it. I've been to 5 or 6 islands. I went to Cebu and then I left and I went to Dumaguete, and I can't even remember the names of all the islands I've been to, but I haven't been to like the most mainstream islands. But I know I did not like the cities there. Not at all. And food-wise, in the Philippines, I lived on fried chicken.
Continue for 800 meters.
If you're a spiritual person, I mean, Thailand is great because you can get all the marijuana that you want. Drugs are very illegal in Indonesia. Like, you can go to jail for 15 years for having a roach in your pocket. So, it's not the place to come get high, even though people still do. I haven't smoked a joint in a long time, which is fine, but I do kind of want to smoke one, so I can't wait to go to Thailand. Look at this statue. Crazy, right? Once you get out of the center of the city, driving around in northern Bali here, in the central Bali, I mean, it's very enjoyable. You'll see once I get out of the center core, but right now it's typical insanity. Total gridlock. Now it's opening up a little bit. So here's a way you can save money on accommodations in all of these countries. You book a few nights, and if you like it, you tell them, hey, I want to stay longer. Can you give me a long time discount? You're always going to get cheaper prices off of Booking.com or Agoda or whatever it is that you use. Online, they have to pay commissions, and they want to sell to the highest bidder. Holy loud bike, man. These loud bikes are so annoying. Another way to save money is when you eat out at restaurants, bring your own water. You can save hundreds of dollars a month if you just don't drink juice. Plus, you know, a little bit of orange vitamin C is good for you, but do you really need a soda or a beer? Do you need the calories? And they're gonna jack up the price of water in restaurants. So I always bring my own water. I say, no, I don't want to drink. The waiters always want to sell you a drink because they want to get the price up. Just say no. Look at this traffic. This is the main highway and it's just horrible right now on a Tuesday afternoon. Another way to save money: eat local. Eat the local food. You're gonna save loads of money. If you're eating hamburgers and pizza and vegan restaurant food every day, you're gonna crank up your monthly bill so high. Go to the grocery store, get yourself a bunch of avocados and bananas, and you can make your own vegan food. Otherwise, you know, eat locally, you'll save tons of money. You just gotta be careful that it hasn't been sitting out all day so you don't get Bali belly. Jesus Christ, look at this. How else can you save money? Don't book your tours online. If you're gonna do something, go to the office. You can negotiate with almost everything in Southeast Asia, including tours. Never take the first price. When you get off a boat or off a bus and there's people there like saying, hey, take a tour, take my guest house, they're almost always scammers. Always check 2 or 3 prices if you want to buy a tour or a trip or something like that. You'll get better prices. We're finally opening up here. Look at this. Nice. Also, don't hire taxi drivers directly. Use Grab or Gojek or whatever ride-sharing software companies they have in the country that you're in, because you're always going to get a real price. It's safer. There's a record of the person who picked you up. You can look at their reviews. People who go taxi, 9 out of 10 times they're going to scam you. They're going to charge you 5 times the price. They're going to drive you in circles and then tell you they need more money. Like, I understand that it's hard to make a living and these taxi drivers need to make more money than they get paid by Gojek or Grab. But as a consumer, you need protection. So use the apps to book rides and you'll save tons of money. Don't use currency exchanges. Don't bring money to these countries. Try to spend any currency you have and then turn it into USD if you can before you leave the country, if you have any left. Because the money exchangers, they're gonna rip you off every single time. Use ATM machines, and when the ATM machine says, do you want us to do the currency exchange for you, say no. Let your bank do the currency exchange and you're gonna save loads of money. You might have to pay a little bit in banking fees, but the currency exchange places are professional scam artists. If you do absolutely have to use one, make them write down the price that they're gonna give you before you hand them the money. If you hand them the money and just trust that they're gonna not rip you off, you're gonna lose so much money. I mean, hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars, and then they'll just laugh at you. They'll laugh in your face. I'm not even in Ubud anymore. I took this same drive a week ago and there was no traffic at all. This is one thing that really grates on me about Bali is the traffic. It starts to exhaust you after a while. Just going somewhere that's only a 30-minute drive can take 90 minutes. Like, it was only a 30-minute drive. I've already been driving for 40 minutes. And it can be quite dangerous too if you don't know how to drive. And I'm not a professional. I am incredibly intelligent and handsome, but I'm not a professional driver. I get lonely when I'm traveling alone. No, I don't get bored. I don't really get lonely because a few reasons. One, I have the internet. Anyone who has the internet in their pocket, how could they ever be bored? I can watch a movie, I can research, I create content. I'm always making YouTube videos. I work online, so I'm writing. I'm a writer. I'm always writing things. I'm researching a lot, reading a lot of books, watching a lot of YouTube. Then when I'm not doing that, I'm driving around, going to waterfalls, parks, doing fun stuff. Sometimes I go to parties. I wouldn't mind having a girlfriend. Oh, look at that view. That's Bali there. I wouldn't mind having a girlfriend, but everyone's so transient. And I'm not really interested in hooking up with a local here at the moment, because I'm leaving in a few days anyway. But I mean, that would be nice, but even when I have a girlfriend, sometimes that can get annoying after a while, just being with someone all the time. I like my freedom. Look at this, I can go where I want, do what I want. So no, I don't get lonely, and I hardly ever get bored. And people say, don't you want to settle down? Not really. I mean, I kind of like being a vagabond. It's stimulating to me. It's fun. Things are getting more rural, more local. There's more room to drive. And just check out how beautiful it is out here. You can smell it. You can smell the prana, the energy from the plants, my plant friends. But I was going to this place to go swimming, and now the sun is gone. It's getting cloudy, so I'll have to decide when I get there whether I want to go swimming or not. See, the trick is you buy water here for 30 cents, so you don't have to pay $2 at the restaurant that I'm going to. Back to the road. So if you have more than 2 weeks vacation, if you have 2 months, you could easily visit all 4 countries or 5 countries, or even add Myanmar. You do a week in each country. But I think that's too fast for me. I like to spend time in a place, and I'm lucky because I work online. I'm a life coach, you could say, and I have clients. I just have to be on Zoom, and I write articles. I'm a writer, so I can slow travel. But most of you, if you had to pick one, it really depends. But in the end, every country is special. Every country has its unique flavor to it. I've been to 29 countries, and I can't tell you which one my favorite is, but for first-time travelers, I really recommend Thailand. It's just easy to get around. It's very affordable. People are wonderful. The food is great. Lots of nature, big cities. It has, you know, everything. And all the other countries, they have lots to offer. Some pluses in areas and minuses in other areas. You got to go with the vibe you're feeling. If it's a party vibe, a chilling and nature vibe, a spiritual vibe, you want to be dating a lot of women, you're into food, it really depends. So nowhere is perfect. There's no perfect country. Too late. Oh, thank you. All right. Let's try to find a place to park here. Is this Cretya?
Yeah, this is Cretya.
Oh, okay.
How many people, sir?
1.
This is your registration number.
Okay.
You can get the parking first on the left.
Up there.
And then you need to showing the number when you buy the ticket.
Okay.
So this is for registration.
Terima kasih.
On the left.
Okay. Okay, let's go to parking over here. This place is a massive tourist trap, but it's one of those things you have to do when you come to Bali. Cretya. Rice pool views, swimming pools. I know places that you can do this for free, but this is the most famous one in Bali. All right, I got my ticket. Look at how busy it is here. So many scooters. Wow. Look, puppy, puppy, puppy. Look at the teats on that bitch. Yes, for sure. I love you too. Look at those nipples, huh? You must be a mama. You must be a mama. Where's your babies at? This place is 50K to enter, which is basically $3 US, and that gives you access to the pool only. It doesn't give you access to the lawn chairs by the pool, I heard. I hope there's a change room. Let's go.
The entrance over there, but you have to buy the entry ticket first.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, I like your nails. Very beautiful. Good job. I like this one. It's
That's
different.
already broken.
Oh, good work.
Yes. How many people are you?
Just one.
Oh, just one.
I'm all alone. Can I make friends here?
Of course, why not?
You're my friend now.
So, do you have any booking already, sir?
No, I don't.
No, yes. We can just buy the entry ticket. That's
Okay.
50,000 each person.
Okay.
Meet you. Can I know your name, please?
Tony,
Where are you from?
Canada.
Please follow your wristband and the ticket will be collected in entrance.
Okay, thank you.
To the left side.
And this is for my parking?
This ticket will be collected in entrance. Yes.
Oh, okay. I gave you the parking ticket?
No, no.
What's this all about? Beans. I think these are peanuts, beans, coffee. I'm in a real traditional village. Okay, let's go. Holy tourist, Batman. So I'm gonna show you the pool here and the rice fields behind it. Wow. Yeah, look at that, man, the dream. At one point, all these rice fields were just that, rice fields. And now it's a tourist hotspot, generating tens of thousands of dollars a day, I bet.
Person over here, over there.
And here's the bar restaurant. And here's the famous swimming pools. They look a bit cloudy, honestly. And it's sort of a beach club. Most likely the music here is going to get me a copyright strike, so I won't be able to share too much. Wow. It's quite big. So you can lock up your possessions, but you have to go to the office and stand in line and then hand them your wallet, and they lock it up, and then you have to find a change room. And honestly, I just couldn't be bothered. I don't really care. So let's go look at the rice fields. Here we go. The famous swings of Ubud. Look at her go. You can rent these big dresses, these long dresses, so that you can get those perfect Instagram pics that you see a million of on Instagram, which is fine. Oh, this girl's about to launch. Hello.
Hi. Do you mind if you can take a video for us? Or photo?
Yeah, no problem. I can take your video. It's a bit more chill down here. Some locals. What a view, huh? Let's go walk around down there and take a look. Oh, this lady's gonna launch. Look at this, the baby's absolutely terrified. Here's the prices of all the things. It's pretty expensive. It's like $15 to go on the swing. Yeah, the extreme swing is like $17. The couple swing, yeah, that's almost $30. It's a lot actually, just for a picture. But if you want a nice picture, why not? Oh, look at this, fishies. I love fishes. A natural waterfall. I mean, it's a nice place to spend an hour, but it's kind of like a Disneyland sort of vibe. For like $3, who cares, right?
जाते तो फटाफट अब ये છે ત્યાં તો હમણાં તો ક્યાં પડાવો ટોપી આઈ જા બસ I'm sorry.
Everybody's having fun.
ત્યાં સારો જ sorry.
Are you having a good time?
Yeah, it's really good.
Where are you from?
India.
India?
Yes.
Oh, thank you for the food.
Oh,
The curry food, yes.
Thank you.
Is it vacation?
Yeah.
Nice. How long are you going to stay here for?
For date 12 date.
12 days. Okay, have fun.
Where are you from?
I'm from Canada.
Oh, that's nice.
Watch out for the monkeys.
Oh yeah, we are going there.
Yeah.
After this, we will go there.
If you get too close, they slap you.
Oh no, then I don't want to go.
You have monkeys in India, though.
Yeah, but we don't take a picture with monkeys in India.
These ones, they like having their picture taken.
Okay.
With the girls especially.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice event. What's your name?
I'm Tony.
Oh, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
Ale jak mamy zejść? No tam są schody.
Tak samo schody.
All right, I think we've all seen enough of the Cretya rice fields.